looked high and low for a picture of the geometry of this pyramid, and I couldn't find it anywhere because it just wasn't anywhere to be found. It was considered a mistake. Nobody had done anything with it as far as the archaeologists were concerned, and it was buried away. So I looked months and months, and then finally I found one in a book written by a guy named Swatter de Lubitsch, because I was really curious about these angles, about this pyramid after what I had discovered. And so I found this drawing of his inside that book. And by the way, this is a very accurate drawing, and actually in this drawing itself, it explains that the pyramid was no mistake. It's just nobody paid any attention to it. And I can't reach up high to show you how that is, to point it out, and I don't have a pointer, so I'll just have to take my word for it at the moment. But in another vision, started unfolding that said, that explained to me to continue with what was going on with this drawing. And I was listening to this sacred wind and looking into my vision to see what was there. And, and decided that what I needed to do was draw this circle, complete this circle that was only a half a circle in his drawing, like that. There was nothing to it. It doesn't connect to anything. So I looked at it and curious, well, maybe there's nothing there. Then I drew another circle and made a vesica Pisces out of it. That's where the center of one circle, where the edge of one circle touches the center of another and vice versa, creating a very ancient symbol called the God's Eye. But nothing happened with that either. There's no connection, nothing going on. So I was about to give up, and I decided to try it one more time. And I drew this circle and put it there. And all of a sudden, I got a magical connection. If you look closely, it's touching that point up there at the top on that square, right here at the bend of the pyramid, and on the center line. That was very significant. That's 3 locations that matched up, so I knew I was onto something. And I put it on the other side. Whoops, what happened? Uh-oh. I lost my source. What happened there? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Whoops. Got some funny spirits working around here today. Got a bad connection here somewhere, I think. Should be working. Okay. We need an image, come on. It says press the button, but I don't have a button. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, the particular presentation that I'm doing called The Bridge to Sacred Mind, what I'm wanting to do with that one, and that was kind of geared as to be my main presentation, like I say, but it's about how to understand how to shift our normal everyday thinking into sacred mind, and how to strengthen that, how to take that to a higher order. It's very important that we continue to move in those strides that way. And you can expand them to higher and higher places, higher and higher orders. And so it's about that. And it's about the bridge of understanding that exists between why would Native American people, for example, understand about the pyramids and what they have to do with? So how many people here have a connection to not only Native American way of thinking and a connection that way, but also pyramids in Egypt? Almost everybody, right? That's because of sacred mind and the bridge that happens between those two qualities. I made some very, very significant discoveries about the pyramids of Egypt, which I'm hoping to show you tomorrow, if you can come. Very significant. And the Egyptologists and the archaeologists have been searching for these things for 5,000 years and haven't been able to find the answer. They can feel it. They can feel it. They can feel the energy from it. And they're going, what is this? It's the tomb for the kings, this sort of thing. But in truth, I really believe it was a place for ceremony. But the ancient mystics built energy into those pyramids very perfectly and very precisely. And I want to show you what that is. I was given a vision about how that works and what it has to do with. It was very intentional, and when you see it, you'll completely understand it yourself. Okay, thank you. Ah, perfect. Yay. So it'll be about that understanding and what it has to do with. And I'll show you a little bit today, if this stays working here, I'll show you some more. So when I saw this right here, I said, oh my God, wow, I don't believe this, it can't be. So I said, I remembered a crop circle I had seen earlier the year before. And I went to the archives. I've called up the people in England and says, can you send me a picture of the Isis formation that appeared last year? I need the geometry of it very badly. And they did. They got it together. It was this one right here. They called it the Queen. And it looks kind of like a balloon, a few things like that. But you can see all the size of it with all the people walking in, and it was a pretty big one. But when I took the geometry of that and overlaid it onto my drawing, there was an absolutely flawless connection, perfect. And this is the first time that I realized that the Star Nation people were more than likely helping the ancient Egyptians. And over a long period of time, of years of working with it, I realized that this has to do with the energy of the pyramid and how the energy moves through it. I'll show you a few of the significant things. You see how all the circles line up in it. But even this little subtle thing, do you see how this circle right here is a little above that line? And this circle here is a little below it? That precise of a connection between the pyramid structure and this star glyph. Do you see how it comes down right here to a point and it sits right on the base of the pyramid? Do you see how this edge follows that line so perfectly that was in Swatter de Lubic's drawing? Flawless. Absolutely perfect. The pyramid was, if you were to take this dimension and make a perfect square out of it, this right here, this dimension, then it fits 8 squares across. That's the nature of an 8-pointed star. That's the same star as found in the native way of thinking, the 8-pointed star. And there's 8 circles on this side, 8 circles on this side, and 8 squares across. yet this is a pyramid. It's a mistake. And a star glyph that was made by some hoaxer. Right. There's a significant points of connection between them where they line up. This last circle right here, this point sits on the bottom of the pyramid. This last circle sits right at the base of where this chamber would be. This is an inner chamber. This is an inner chamber. That's a number of points that connect together. Show you how significant it is. And then I had another dimension to take and put a perfect square or put a rectangle around it like that, sitting on the bend of the pyramid. That's the bend that the bottom line's on. And where the top would have gone had it been built all the way up. And then I had another vision to put that wing symbol inside of it, like that. Partly because I was trying to find out if it matched up. And it doesn't quite. It misses it by just 2 degrees. That is significant and important as well. But what happened is when I put another one inside of it, upside down, I got precisely the same 2 wing symbols that had, I don't have it in front of me to show you, that had appeared in that original star glyph that the Star Nation people were wearing, the alien people. I can't get back to it to show you, darn it. Oh well. But anyway. But it's one and the same. Do you see how the top corners register and how the point sits in that half circle right there? That's a flawless connection. Makes it very significant and very important.
For more information on the next Star Knowledge Conference, go to starknowledgeconference.com.